Today we are turning ourselves into an avant-garde makeup version of HAWKEYE! If you're new to this channel, welcome! Hi. I am turning myself into 14 different Marvel superheroes, and it's nuts, but we're doing it. We're on day number 10, which means there's only 4 superheroes left. Can you guess which ones they're gonna be? Cast your vote down in the comments below right now of which superhero you would like to see me turn into next. Would you like to see Falcon or Thor? Falcon or Thor? Falcon or Thor? Calm down, Cindy. Now, let's talk about Hawkeye. The man who would become known as Hawkeye was born Clint Barton. Barton is this guy who excels at using his bow, and so he used his skill to embark as a career as a costumed crime fighter named Hawkeye. Very vigilante-esque. So moving on to the actual design that I'm going to be doing, Hawkeye's costume in the Avengers was like all black, so it wasn't super interesting, but the actual Hawkeye movie that came out dedicated to this superhero and his story is very purple, which is very different and very exciting because now I don't have to use red, blue, and gold and white for all of my looks. And the design that I initially had was very literally based off of the poster, since I really didn't have other visual cues since I haven't watched the movie, but I think I'm going to do something a little bit more abstract. So there is this artist that I've been staring at her work for a long time. She goes by V Paints. I would like to do a combination of this artist's work with the Hawkeye colors. Let's just improvise. Today is all about improvising and having fun. I'm ready to go. I love starting with a creamy white base. My favorite one to use is always an SFX white base or maybe a flash color case white base. It blends so much better. Then we're moving into eyeshadow territory, starting with various shades of light purple, all within the more red toned shades of violet. Next, taking some pieces of magic tape, I'm marking out the first quadrilateral that will be drawn. I continue using flash color paints to draw so I can blend areas easier and achieve more pigmented effects. The only downside is that you have to powder each box before you remove the tape, or else you might accidentally draw between the lines. This whole part is improvised, but I do have the reference image from V Paints next to me just in case I get stuck. I tried to repurpose the tape to other parts of my face until the powder has completely dried out the adhesive. Basically, the shapes that I'm drawing are meant to be really organic and almost randomized, but I'm paying special attention to keeping each box different and the edges very clear. So sometimes the squiggles will be more dense in certain containers and others will be more sparse. That way, the design doesn't look too overwhelming as a whole. I'm also adding lavender pastel color corrector to accent some of the spaces and provide highlight to the lines. It'll make the look less flat. Okay, I can definitely see people potentially thinking that I've strayed a little bit too far from the Hawkeye theme. However, this to me feels more authentic to like the avant-garde world. I know this because intuitively I'm very happy with this look, and I can still see the elements of Hawkeye in here. And you've probably seen it with this series that I've done a couple that is more on the nose and another one that is probably very abstract, and I think this would be on the end of the spectrum of being the most avant-garde, the most experimental version of Hawkeye. I did a lot of these shapes, like almost like parentheses, because they look like the shape of their bow and arrows. And so a lot of these lines going across are supposed to be the straight edge interpretation of the bow shooting across air. So it's like little contained messes, small little universes, almost like multiverses. Whoa, deep. I decided to use yellow eyelashes because there were twinkling yellow lights and yellow text on the promo poster. I do love a complementary color add-in. Finally, I'm painting my neck and shoulders with face paint. The hardest part was mixing the same color tone as the purple on my face because I had to constantly adjust how much blue, red, and white were mixed together in order to get it right. And this is the final look. If you haven't done so already, then make sure to leave a comment below right now if you would like to see Falcon or Thor in the next video. As usual, stay creative and I will see you in the next one.